What's up, guys? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time you are viewing this. I really appreciate you guys. The thing that hit me today that I really wanted to share that I felt like would add value for you is the power of meditation and or plugging in to yourself and really understanding peace and quiet in such a busy, distracting, so many, flashy object world that we live in, whether it be social media, whether it be different things that go on in your mind that you're thinking about. It's good to take a step back and to really focus on yourself at a deeper level and really understand and focus on bringing your mind and your body to think about nothing and to just let go of all the worries, all the doubts, all the frustrations, and plug in to who you are, to who you want to be. And this is going to help you reach a bunch of different new heights and a bunch of different new levels of personal understanding, of personal growth, of personal achievement, just by doing little simple things. The time that I usually throw it in is right after the gym. So I'll get up, I'll go to the gym, I'll get that out of the way, because I feel like I get too distracted with other things if I don't do that as my first priority. So that's kind of how I place mine. Is I get up, I go to the gym, get that out of the way, and I come home and I just meditate. I just lay flat on the floor, put on guided meditation on YouTube or Headspace, whatever you want to use. Try different things out, read different books, listen to different people who talk about it, but I use guided meditation. It works really good, and it just really helps me get outside of the studio, or get outside of my relationships, or get outside of the everyday grind, and helps me to respect my own time and be in the here and now. So right here, right now, in this peace and quiet that I'm in, which is, it's not easy to get into that state. I'm still working on it every single day. I'm still trying my hardest to understand how to do it, understand more of the purpose for myself of why I do it. But today it felt really good. And the more I do it, the more I'm disciplined to get into it, the better I feel. And I wanted to bring that to your guys' attention, to really get to know yourself and really get to respect yourself and to respect your time, because that peace and quiet is very, very important for us as we go forward, whether it be in entrepreneurship, whether it be in our jobs, whether it be in our marriages, our relationships, whether it be with our kids. Having that self-discipline, that time for yourself, really lets you know that you value your time, but also lets your subconscious and conscious mind know that you are doing something for yourself to clear out bad things and to bring in good things and to discipline. And that's gonna also, like I always say in almost all my videos, is it's gonna carry over into other things. Guys, all these things that I try and tell you guys or trying to get you guys to do, it's all linked up. It's all things that you're gonna find out that you have to put into place at different times of your day, at different times of your life, in different relationships, in different mindsets. But it all ties together, and it's all something all of us, including myself, immensely have to work on. I'm constantly trying to better my best. I'm constantly trying to be a better boyfriend, a better son, a better friend, and just taking that time for myself has benefited all those things so much. And I encourage you guys to do it. Don't wait until tomorrow. If you get a little bit of time, instead of doing something that you would normally do, try and clear your mind and really get to know yourself, get into that inner peace, breathe in and out, nice and slowly. Just relax and let those things go. And then you'll notice that the things that weren't so important that you were worried about kind of just fade away. And diving into more of that, you have to get disciplined to do it every single day. Tell yourself, block out a time, put it in your calendar, write it on your palm, put it in your phone. Make sure that it's part of your day every single day to develop this discipline, and eventually it'll turn into a habit, and eventually those habits will turn into other things that will form even better habits, and the things that you weren't so focused on will slide away and go somewhere else. I just really encourage you guys to do that. Stay focused, stay committed to what you want to do. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do these things. Constantly be driving for the best you can be. Better your best. Don't worry about somebody else. Get in tune with yourself, know yourself, be the best you can be. Now, there's going to be slip ups and things that happen along the journey. Don't worry about those. That's, you know, as you already know, that happens. There's negative stuff that happens, but like I made a little Facebook post, and I don't know if I posted on my YouTube channel or whatever, but it talks about the seed of equivalent benefit. Everything that happens in your life that's negative, you have to learn, or you should, I shouldn't say you have to, it's not something you have to do, but you should try to learn how to focus on the positive, because it's always about keeping a positive mindset, a positive mental attitude, right? And turn those negative things and look at them, take a step back, meditate, and just take a step back and focus on and say, okay, this is what happened, but how did it benefit me, right? A story that I heard from Peter, and he was interviewing a gentleman, I can't remember his name, but he's a very, very go-getter mentality, high energy, very good dude, man, very inspiring dude. And he was talking about how he found out that his uncle had a heart problem and he passed away. And he noticed that at that current state in his health, in his time, he resembled his uncle in a lot of different ways. So it made him something in his mind, I think, is something that has to do with placement of, like, if you have something in your mind, you see it everywhere, but it's always been there, but you noticed that thing. If you guys know what it is, comment. I'm very uneducated when it comes to those terms, but it's something about like cognitive something. But either way, his uncle passed away. He heard something on Oprah that talked about this new heart scan that was a while back. He did it and found out that his arteries were clogging up, and if he didn't do something about his health and his time, it could have been very bad for him, as it was for his uncle. So in him doing that, he didn't say, well, my health is what it is, and I'm going to be this, and there's not really much I could do. He jumped on it and said, you know what, if I want to be there for my daughter to walk down the aisle, if I want to be there for my wife, if I want to be there for my future kids or my family, I'm going to have to do something about this point in my life right now. So he jumped on it, got to it, got down, got nitty and gritty. He also told another story of how his father has cancer currently, and how he looked at it as, yes, that's a negative thing that my father has cancer, but it helps him value more of his time. It helps him understand his health better. It helps him want to be better, quicker, and stronger for his family in this current situation. So he took that bad thing, and instead of focusing on the negative, he said, how can I make it better? How can I be better? How can I do better and better my best? How can I be better in this negative situation? How can I take this and focus on the positives that could come out from this, right? And it's crazy to think about, because so often we're not necessarily encouraged to be negative, but we're encouraged to stay in that state of negativity or a bad mindset because we want people to pity us and all this stuff for our own reasons, when in reality we should, as a people, just be happier, more positive, support each other. If someone's going through something, let them go through that grieving period. But as us, as individuals, we should try to turn that grieving into hope or into understanding for a better future, right? And it's crazy to think about, but I promise you, if you do this, if you take these things into consideration and you utilize these tools and turn them again into habits, you'll notice more positivity will approach into your life. You'll notice more opportunities will approach into your life that you didn't really see, because you're telling to your mind to focus on the good in a bad situation, so that every situation comes out as a good situation. There's good coming out of every situation. No matter how you look at it, it's always there. There's always a positive to look at, or there's always a positive to turn it into, which is the seed of equivalent benefit, right? So guys, take that as you will. Again, I really appreciate you guys if you have gotten this far in the video, for staying here, for staying down, for showing love. You know, it means the world, guys. I'm doing my best out here to be the best me I can be, and to constantly strive to put out better content for you guys, put out better content to keep myself in check. But meditate, get your mind right, get your grind right, and really tune into who you are, and understand that your time is very valuable, and your time is the only thing that we cannot get back. So utilize it to the best of your abilities, guys. And that's all I have for today. Keep going, keep hustling, keep striving for greatness, and take care.